My name's Dr. Simeon Gill of the School of Materials of the University of Manchester, and I'm going to take you through the process that we use when we capture body scans. So the first thing we do when people come to be scanned with us is we take a copy of their consent here, so they complete the record in front of them on screen, and then they print a consent form from this. So we take the consent form and they'd read over it and then sign it here to consent to going through the scan process. And this is what keeps our record of the ethical consent and also provides all the details of the scan process and allows the staff to be recorded that have taken the data as well. Once consent has been taken, we begin the process of taking manual measurements. So we have 5 manual measurements we take. 4 of them we take prior to beginning the scan process and 1 during the process of being scanned. The first of these measurements we take is height, and the height is taken using a stadiometer. The next manual measurement we'll take is head circumference, and the participant will stand and the measurer will then place the tape measure around the head and tighten that down to get an accurate head circumference. Following from taking the head circumference, we'll take 2 measurements of the hand. One is the minimum hand circumference, so we're looking at a measurement of the hand, which is the smallest measurement you can make your hand, but the largest measurement at the end of the arm for passing into a sleeve or things like that. So get an idea of an opening that might be required for a garment. And then the final manual measurement we'll take prior to beginning the scan process is hand length. So prior to going into the scanner, it's important that people remove their glasses and they don't have their glasses on during the scan process. Another important consideration that we have to make when people go through the scanner is they need their hair tied up. So like Louise here, the hair needs to be tied up above the base of the neck to ensure that the scanner captures with a good resolution this part, but below the vertex of the head to ensure that it doesn't interfere with the processing of the landmarking. So the hair needs to be really in this region here, tied up around the back, and we have both hair grips and hair bands to allow the hair to be tied up properly before going into the scanner. Okay, so following from capturing the manual measurements that we take outside of the scanner room, we're going to come through here and we have the scanner PC here, which is where the image is going to be captured onto, and then we have the changing cubicle here and also the scanner booth here to my left. So what will happen is you'll come through to this side of the room, and then once you're ready to be scanned, you've handed the consent form over to the scan technician, you'll then begin the process. So the first step of this is to go through into the changing cubicle, change down to your underwear and step onto the weighing scales. And at that point, when we take weight, you'll be told that we've recorded it, and then you can proceed through to the scanner booth. So I'll now proceed into the scanning process and you can see what happens as I go through it. Okay, so this is the changing cubicle I'm in now for the scanner booth. See, to my left is the curtain you've pulled around to give you complete privacy. The first thing you're going to do in here is change down to your underwear. So we have a chair that you can place your clothes on or sit on, whatever's most comfortable. And once you've changed down and you're in your underwear, you'll then step onto the scales here. And the technician will let you know that the weight has been recorded. And once your weight's been recorded, you can then step off the scales and proceed through to the scanner cubicle. Okay, so this is the scan cubicle where we're going to capture the scan data, and within the scan cubicle with 14 of the IR depth sensors arrayed around the body, so at either end of it. So the participant will come through into the scan cubicle in their underwear. This is a surface scanner, so it requires the participant is in their underwear because it's going to capture the complete body surface rather than capturing through clothing. Okay, so it's important that the participant comes through here in their underwear, they proceed to scan in the cubicle correctly. So the first thing that's going to happen is when they come through, they're going to stand facing forwards. There should be an arrow on the floor, and they're going to place their feet on the foot positions, so centrally over the red lines. Bend their legs slightly, pick up the handholds on either side, lift up, straighten the arms out so they're nice and straight and you're looking straight ahead. And it's at this point they'll say that they're ready to be scanned, and the scan technician will start the scan process.
Okay, so Simi has now got changed. I'm going to ask him to get on the scales. Are you on the scales?
I am, yes.
Okay, so now I'm going to record his weight. Okay, that's fine. If you'd just like to get into the scanner and get in position, please. And then we'll start the scan process. Okay, are you ready?
Yep.
Measuring begins in 3, 2, 1. Thank you for using SciStream 3D. Your measuring experience is now complete.
So once the scan's been captured, you can then be presented with your scan image, which will show back, side and front and list all the measurements. And then alongside this, we get a list of body measurements as well that you can use to help you in either making garments or in the selection of garments from online retailers. Okay, so we often have open sessions with the body scanner where students and the staff facilitate sessions for anyone to come along and have their body scan captured. If anyone is interested in coming along and having their scan captured, then if they would like to send an email to uomscanning@gmail.com, then we can either inform them of the next open session or arrange for an individual scan session to take place to capture their body scan.